The doctors told my parents that I would never slip or fall. The doctors were wrong.
People with diverse abilities and disabilities represent over 1 billion people around the world.
And they are literally some of the smartest people I know.
They've done more things than most of us ever dream of doing.
Hello, everybody. I'm Vince Basilio, and I'm co-chair of HEART, which is our ERG for people with different abilities. I've been looking forward to today for the better part of a year. Last time we met Lucy and Jamie back in New York about this time a year ago when Lucy was about to speak at the UN. I'm joined by Brenda Tsai and Hani Kablawi. Brenda is our Chief Marketing Officer and also the Global Co-Chair of WIN, and Hani is our Chairman of International and also the Executive Sponsor of HEART. Also, I want to thank Hannah Fogg, who started the call. Hannah and Lucy were matched through Best Buddies, which is a program, a global program that we partner with. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Hani to kind of kick things off, and then we'll get into the program. So thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks very much, Vince. And I have one job today, and that is to get us to Lucy as quickly as possible. People with diverse abilities and disabilities represent over 1 billion people around the world. It's the largest and most diverse underrepresented group encompassing people with all abilities, ages, races, cultures, which is why we're so excited to have Lucy Meyer with us today to share how she is affecting change every day. As Vince said, Lucy Meyer is the official spokesperson for the partnership between the Special Olympics and UNICEF. She is a 5 times Special Olympics gold medalist in swimming and has received a number of accolades for her global advocacy of acceptance and inclusion. And if you are looking for inspiration, you have come to the right place. With that, I'm handing it over to Lucy and then to Brenda. But Lucy, over to you.
Hi, my name is Lucy Meyer, and I am so proud to be the spokesperson for the Special Olympics UNICEF USA partnership for young people with disabilities. Living with cerebral palsy means I have both physical and intellectual disabilities. My right side doesn't work as well as my left, and day-to-day living can sometimes be a little more challenging for me. That might sound a little sad, but I love my life. I have a great family and tons of friends. I love to play sports. I especially love swimming and basketball. I'm so proud to have won 5 Special Olympics gold medals, and I'm training really hard to win another. Our world can be tough for all people, but especially for people who are labeled as different. People with disabilities don't do everything the same as people without disabilities, so we often get excluded. I know some people see my disability, but sometimes I forget that I have cerebral palsy. It's not the medical stuff that makes such a difference in my life, it's people. It makes me feel very special that everyone, even people that I do not know, find ways to help me participate. I want all people to have that same special feeling of being accepted and included. I know that this is important because I live it every day. I love working with UNICEF and Special Olympics because they are making a huge difference by teaching others how to include people with disabilities. Since 2013, I have traveled around the country and around the world to speak about UNICEF and Special Olympics. I have gone to speak and meet with lots of amazing people in schools, communities, and governments to remind them why it is so important to provide opportunities for people with disabilities. I hope each of you will pledge to continue to make our world a better place for our families, friends, co-workers, communities, and the people around the world. That sounds like a tall order, but I know we can do it.
Lucy, thank you. We so appreciated that overview of your story. We've got a couple of people within our audience, Rebecca, Heidi, they want to know if you have a dream career planned, something more specific than helping kids.
Well, that is my dream career, to help kids with disabilities like me be able to be exactly like me and to live the best life possible for them and to have every opportunity that they deserve, just like anyone else would. So that and swimming is what I want to do the most.
That's fantastic, and you've already made such great progress against those two things already. We have a question from the audience from Rosalind. Rosalind writes, "Hi Lucy, you're an inspiration and your strength shows in your experiences. Can you please share with us how we as individuals can be more inclusive in our day-to-day actions to help and involve people with disabilities?"
Well, people and kids with disabilities, in my experience, all they want to do is be with you. All they want to do is be a part of what you're doing as much as possible. That's literally all they want to do, is be with you and be your best friend and help you and want to know what they can do to help you and everything. So my best thing is include them as much as you possibly can in whatever you're doing.
My big takeaway from what you just said is that it's not necessarily hard.
Yeah.
You just got to include. It's a simple, deliberate actions to continue to include and be inclusive.
Everybody's different, but they're all so sweet and nice, and all they want to do is be with you and be your friends and help you, and it's just incredible.
You're a really incredible human being who have impacted and influenced so many, Lucy. So thank you. I'm hoping that many of us can take forward the inspiration and energy that you've offered us today. So on behalf of all of us, thank you. Thank you. And I'd like to now turn it over to Hani for some closing remarks.
Not much more I can say, Brenda. There is an outpouring of admiration, positivity, inspiration in response to what you shared with us today, Lucy. And keep doing it. Your positivity is contagious, as my partner who's sitting here next to me just said to me. If you will accept our invitation, you will be back.
Thank you, of course. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.